Hello everybody. In this video we're going to be working on a Canon A1 that came to us with a stuck winding mechanism or a shutter unit. I'm not quite sure exactly what caused that lockup, but we're going to investigate it, and we're going to do an overhaul of a mirror mechanism and a shutter unit as well once the initial problem was repaired. Now I did remove the bottom cover already just to do a basic investigation. As you can see, the battery is good. It's lighting up red, yet it's not releasing. But mechanically, you can tell that it's working fine. However, you can clearly hear that mirror squeak. So that's gonna need to be taken care of once we figure out why it doesn't work. Alright, so let's get started. I'm gonna remove the battery and start the disassembly process. Okay, got the top cover off. Just gonna desolder this flash wire. Okay, so let's see what could be the cause of this release issue. So sometimes we have this a reset switch that gets oxidated or corroded. That could be the problem. So we'll clean that now and see if it fixes the problem. Okay. No change there. Oh, got no battery. Let's put that one back in. And now, there you go. All right, in this particular case, we got lucky. So we have our reset switch not making a good ground contact with the body, and that's what's gonna happen. It's not always the case, by the way. Don't always think that that is the solution. It's probably about 5% of the cameras that I get with similar symptoms that is in fact the cause for this particular issue. So I mean, it's something to try, but consider that there might be many more possible scenarios for this. So we got this. Try again, there you go. So we can definitely hear that squealing sound. That we have to take everything apart and fix the issue. All right. Test it quickly with a lens to make sure that there's no issues with AE unit, because if that's the case, we may have a whole different repair on our hands. Okay, everything seems to be okay here. So we're gonna start the disassembly process right now. So first things first, I'm going to put a little bit of solvent here right around the leatherette edges to make sure we can safely remove it during our disassembly process. All right. Okay, we're gonna remove the viewfinder first. This clamp is a little tricky to remove here from the ASA contact. I think we're on our way here. 4 wires here: red, white, blue, and green. And a bunch of wires here attached to the main circuit board from the A unit. A little more solvent here again to soften it up a little more. Okay, let's try this. All right. Good. 2 more screws here. 1 and 2 here. Okay, I think I've got everything that I need out of the way. See if we can remove this panel. Alright, it seems to body no problem. There we go. Alright, you can clearly hear the mirror mechanism squealing here, so that's a big issue. It's going to slow down our shutter speed and mirror movement. And A unit is not much better. It's a good thing we did a complete removal. I'm going to do some lubrication here. Cleanish A magnet here, just blow it out with alcohol. Do some lubrication of the A unit gears. Basically 3 primary gears that cause this squeal. Alright. And then 4 gears here for the mirror mechanism, top and the bottom. Okay, I'll let it sit here for a second, and I'll lubricate shutter bearings as well since we're here. Okay, looks to be okay here. So let's check our result here. Nice and smooth for the A unit, and the mirror likewise. Okay, good deal. So we're gonna quickly clean our viewfinder from some dust and debris on the outside of the prism here. Before we put it together. And now we're ready to start reassembling the camera. Basically same process in reverse. There you go. Got that one in. So we'll secure it with a couple of screws and do a quick mechanical test to make sure everything is engaging properly. And then we'll continue. Wind it. There we go, perfect. So let's continue here. Now reorganize these wires here that are right below the circuit board. Put them in the right position before reattaching these contacts. Make sure I didn't forget any wires outside, and one more. Okay. before securing these contacts, I want to clean them with alcohol. Wouldn't hurt. Okay, so now we're going to solder the wires and then we'll place this plate back. Okay, I think I've got all the wires back in their respective soldering points. I'm gonna re-secure this rubber band. Okay. Okay, so I think we're ready to do our first electronic test. Put the battery back in, check the status. Looks like it's flashing, no problem. We're gonna wind it, set it to a manual speed. There we go, releases it. I'm gonna check to make sure that our electronics are pointing to the right shutter speed. Right, perfect. Do one more reset touch up here. Make sure it's grounded out correctly. And put a touch of solder on the contact as well. I should say fresh solder. Alright, we're ready to reassemble the top cover now. Okay. So one thing that I do want to do is a result of me removing the leather red. And basically it has a top coating that gets, you know, over a period of time, you know, the top coating comes out as you remove the leather red. So I'm going to do a little bit of touch up paint on it to make it look like it was before. Okay. Not much we can do about it. It's just a, you know, just the way it is with these older leather reds. They don't hold the top coating well enough, so when you start removing it, it just basically cracks. And the white residue becomes visually obvious. All right. Now I've checked a light meter accuracy before. Everything was right on target, so I'm not gonna worry about that part. We'll check the shutter speeds after we put it all back together, and if it needs adjusting, I'll adjust it. Okay, I'm gonna go check shutter speeds real quickly, see where we stand, and I will then complete the bottom plate assembly. Okay, everything looks to be okay there. Doesn't seem to be right screw for it. Oh, I see. So this side right here, they try to remove the screw and they're still okay. We're gonna have to come up with a different solution here. Some kind of a support. All right, let's come up with something. So I have no choice but to basically cannot remove it. It's looks like it's stuck, the bottom portion of the screw. That's the reason why it came with a disassembled bottom cover. Okay, it makes sense. So we're gonna basically put a little bit of support here and then basically crazy glue it on this side. There's no other choice, unfortunately. This side goes here. So this way it doesn't bounce over the metal. Okay, well, it happens sometimes. So we'll put some support here. There we go. And then the only screw we'll put is on the left hand side where it's still available. The slot, that is. Right. Sometimes you have to improvise, you know. You have no other choice. I'll put this ring back here around the battery check LED. There we go. And this little rubber plug here ran away from me. There we go. Okay, one last thing I want to do is clean the viewfinder and the mirror, and we are finished with this camera. So we are done with it. Set the setting to 1000. Thank you for watching.